Hello and welcome to the official YouTube channel of Manoj Tiwary. Uh, as we promised, today's topic of discussion would be definitely the National Sports Day. A warm wish to all the Indian sports lovers from Manoj Tiwary's official YouTube handle. This is Suman Chakravarti and Manoj Rao. Once again, welcome to your show.
Welcome and thank you for having me once again. And I just want to wish everyone a National Sports Day 2020. And it's a great day, obviously, to celebrate. And Major Dhyan Chand, obviously, is a legend. So so it's lovely to have a session on a very good day.
Of course, a legend who gave India a hat trick of gold medals in the history of Olympics from 1928 to 1936. Despite the fact that Indian hockey team is not as part to that level these days, but at the same time, he still inspires not only hockey players but sports people from different sports industry as well. So, what do you say about that particular thing?
Yeah, definitely. You're right in a way that it's not up to the standard of which it used to be earlier. But as a sports person from different sports, I do believe in the ability of our hockey players because we see the intensity, the hard work which they put in. And it's quite evident when you see the videos on television or see the news regarding hockey. Obviously you see the commitment and the hard work which they put in, and physically they look super fit. It's just that, yeah, sometimes games doesn't go the way you want it, but it happens. It's just a game of hockey, and it's quite similar to other sports as well. Nothing is guaranteed. You have to play well and on the win. But having said that, what achievement Major Dhyan Chand had three gold medals in Olympics, and at a time where obviously India was like nobody was obviously banking on us, but he, along with the other fellow teammates of he's proved to the world that yeah, and that how good India is in hockey, and three gold medals. It's quite unimaginable, and I obviously feel proud to be Indian because once upon a time, yeah, I remember Hitler requested him to play for Germany, if that's right, Shuman. But he denied that offer. So that's shows the kind of passion and patriotism he had. And today is the day, 29th of August. We celebrate National Sports Day in honor and showing respect to the great legend.
Absolutely, and we'll be talking about different sports today. But of course, we'll be talking about the development of Indian sports as well. We see in Olympic sports, to be honest, that nations like mm, USA, even Asian countries like Japan, Korea, China, of course, Australia, uh, they perform outstandingly well. They take medals after medals, but we still struggle. We often give, the system all the blame and all. But more importantly, we need to understand that we have to have the root very, very
Yeah.
strong because parents should come and support the young kids. What do you want to say about it?
It's very important, Shuman, for the parents to encourage their children to take up sports and support them. I can share my experience with you when I started playing cricket at a very young age. I come from a middle class family, and you know how the mindset of parents are from middle class is that you got to give more focus and attention to studies because they want their children to have the academic qualification degree and settle in life. But at the same time, obviously, they don't encourage much in sports because earlier there was not much of scope in sports. But if you see in today's time, there are so much of opportunity, and if you do really well at domestic and international level, you can obviously like sort it basically. So it's very important to support your children, encourage them. Like my father, mother never stopped me from pursuing my dream in cricket, and in a way that helped me because I was free of any tensions, any load. I was not carrying any extra baggage as far as pressure is concerned from my family. So they encouraged me. And when you get that sort of a support from your family members, then obviously the one thing which you want to go out there and do is to work really hard. And if you work really hard in an honest way, uh, uh, then obviously the results are there to be seen. And when the results are there to be seen, when your colleagues, when your fellow colony teammates, or the people in whichever colony you live starts praising your performances, then obviously it reaches to your parents' ears, and that's also very encouraging for them to not to stop further. So, but at the same time, you got to give importance to studies as well. Education is very, very, very much required, but parents needs to understand and that it can go along side with sports. So it's important. Sports obviously gives you a lot of various things, like overall health can be improved if they are allowed to play sports. And we know how physical activities, obviously, your muscles do grow, and your agility, and obviously it overall it helps your health. So I would request whosoever is listening, obviously I'm guessing that my YouTube viewers will be more or less young people, but at the same time, I do know that a lot of uh, old, like a bit older people also do watch my cricket. So if they are listening and if they are parents, then obviously do consider what I'm saying right now. Please support your kids and let them pursue, but at the same time, obviously monitor their growth as well, so that you don't have any sort of questions in your mind that he might not do it. I can give you one perfect example of a cricketer currently. Now he's leading Punjab Kings 11, KL Rahul. If you have gone through his statements, he clearly mentioned that his parents were a little hesitant of him continuing his dream in cricket. But he answered, he replied to their parents that if MS Dhoni can come up from Bihar and become a legend, what he has become now, so why can't he? So basically, he was referring, his mother, father was referring to a small town boys cannot make it too big. But that's the beauty of MS Dhoni. What a legend he is now, and not only about his performances, the kind of happiness he has given, the kind of inspiration he has given to so many youngsters. And now we can see all those youngsters who have watched him grow from a Bihar guy to becoming a world's number one brand as well at one point of a time. And that's how we are getting new talents, because they look up to someone, and that someone has also worked hard, and most importantly their parents have allowed them to pursue their dreams in whatever sports they chose.
Absolutely, of course. Question would be coming before the start of the show as well. By knowing the topic of the discussion today, people asked me that please ask this question to Manoj da, that uh, I mean, we all talk about supporting the young kids. How much
Yeah.
support did Manoj da get in his early days of the career? And I mean, we didn't know much about his early days as a career option as well. He must have been a very good student as well. His words, his thought process, his dignity shows that. But at the same time, we may not have too much knowledge about it. So please request him to say something about it.
Well, like I said just now, that I've been supported from my family from the time when I've started playing cricket. And not only cricket, I did play football at the same time as well when I was playing cricket, and uh, and I used to spend a lot of time on the field after coming back from the school. So my dad, mom always backed me because, like I said earlier, that if you do well in your colony, in your place where you live, like your complex, and I used to live in a railway colony because my dad used to be a railway employee. If someone is a railway employee, he gets a quarter in the railways designated colonies, and they provide a ground, and it's a must in railway colonies. So whenever there is a ground, obviously all the youngsters, kids, wants to go out there and play. That's what I used to do after coming back from school in the afternoon. I used to play cricket, and after that we had a tea break, and after that when the sun used to set, then we started playing football. So when you do well in cricket and football, and the news goes to your mom, because it's a small colony, and the news travels fast, so they are like quite happy, because every mother and father wants to hear that his son is doing well, at least in studies, but at the same time in sports as well. So that's how they were feeling very happy that son is doing at least something or the other, which makes them a little happier. And I was very fortunate. I've always been encouraged, so that they thought that if I can leave Manoj alone and in pursuing his dream in cricket, then obviously something will better happen. But I also had to make sure that I worked really hard when I seriously took up cricket, and wanted to contribute as far as financial part is concerned to my family members, because I have, including me, I've got three brothers, one elder and one younger. So at that point of time, my dad and mom made sure that we get a best education. So they both put us in English medium school, and English medium school charges a lot, school fee and tuition fees. So for them, it was quite a challenge, but they made sure that we get that education from that particular school. So I had the responsibility, extra responsibility in a way, to work really hard and make it to cricket and represent under 16 Bengal 19, and whatever money I used to get, I used to just help my mom and dad to make sure that the needs of the house is fulfilled by whatever income I do from the cricket field. So in a way, obviously, they thought, yeah, I can do something in cricket. And when I started getting my first payment and salary, if you can say, so they were very happy. So that the burden was eased a little bit. So that's how it all started. So it's very important, like you mentioned, that for a parent, it's important to encourage your children to take up sport. Obviously, take part in every sports. Nothing is guaranteed in life, Shuman, but at least you got to give them the opportunity and encouragement to go ahead and see what can they do. You never know, any brilliant educational or good student can also become a very good cricketer, or a footballer, or a hockey player, or a basketball, for that matter. And we have seen that, if you see Karnataka's Ranji team, or the international players who have represented India, like Rahul Dravid and Anil Kumble is a certified engineer, and they're all educated, and others as well. So there are so many examples. So it's important for them to just give the helping hand. Just keep the hand on the shoulder of your children, and everything will fall in place as far as the happiness, that satisfaction is concerned. Let them go and enjoy initially. After monitoring, then you can take a call.
Absolutely. Those who are watching this particular show, it's a humble request to all of you. You can throw your questions to Manoj Tiwary and he would be answering all your questions. We'd like to see the first comment or the question on the screen. Suryansh Rai has written, Happy National Sports Day.
Wish you the same, brother Shuryansh. I hope you and your family members are really doing well. By the way, it's a very nice DP which you have. God bless you always.
Next question or comment on the screen. We'd like to see Chiranjeev Sahu is a big fan of yours. It's your day, sir.
Yeah, yeah, yes. Yeah. Thank you, Chiranjeev. I remember you coming last time as well. Wish you the same, brother. Each day, everybody should celebrate because uh, uh, in the mix of everything, so much is happening around us. We tend to forget how blessed we are to wake up every morning and live life in this beautiful world. So enjoy each and every moment, and may God bless you always, brother.
Next question or comment on the screen we'd like to see. Mohammad Abdul Haq, please upload ODI century. Well, that's a copyright issue. We cannot do that. Mm,
Let's see what can I do, Abdul. Thank you. Even the truth is, Shuman and Abdul, that I still don't have the whole innings of that 100 which I have scored. I have got only the boundaries which I have, but it's a long process. I have to write a lot of requests to BCCI to find it out. I haven't written it yet, but it's been kept at a place where it needs to be. Yeah, yeah. If I request them, they will obviously help me out. So, but thanks for reminding me. Well, obviously, definitely put a request so that I get the whole innings which I played that particular game.
Next question or comment on the screen we'd like to see. Eugene Gaming, what's your favorite batting position? Number four.
And number four is my favorite batting position because I'll tell you why. Because all my life cricketing career, starting from Bengal cricket team in Ranji Trophy, I batted at number four, and all my achievements and all my milestones, if you say, have come batting at that position. So that has to be a position. Obviously, is favorite of mine, and I feel very comfortable batting at that position. And the 100 which I scored also. You can see the picture behind. After scoring 100, I was kissing the India flag, and so it was at number four batting position where I went into bat and scored a brilliant 100. That's what people say. It was a brilliant 100 because I was coming under a lot of pressure.
Uh, I mean, it's just out of query or just out of curiosity. I'm asking this question, Manoj.
Yeah.
Uh, was there a reason of choosing the number four as a batting order uh, by getting inspired by Sachin Tendulkar?
Not really, Shuman. It happened. It was not supposed to happen the way it happened. The number four batting order I got, that was something I will definitely want to share with you and with my all viewers. Is that from the first and second year of me playing Ranji Trophy, my batting order was 6-7. So I was batting at that position because it was a very good batting side at that point of time. It was a well balanced side. Gavaskar Rohan Bhai was batting at number four. Then Lakshmi Bai was at five. Then a couple of other players were also there. At times, Saurav Ganguly was also batting at five. Then the batting order used to go down. So for me, when I made my uh, debut, I was batting at 6 and 7. So it was like that. So one game I remember, a Ranji game against Bombay. It was happening in Eden Gardens. So at the end of the day, we won the toss. I guess we were batting. Yeah, we were batting first. So it was the last session of the day, and in the last session of the day, when the sun is like literally going down, the ball starts moving, and there are periods where batsman doesn't want to go because they prefer having a night watchman because only 4 or 5 hours normally is played. So that's when night watchman is being asked by the a set batsman. So normally we have seen most of the teams does that. So in that particular game, the person who was going at number four did had a word with the coach Paras Mamre at that point of time, and I happened to be standing at the back. So I overheard the conversation, and it was a very good batting track. And in Eden Gardens, whatever happens, it happens in the first session and the last session. But the pitch was good to bat on. It was a sporting wicket. So I overheard that. and I went up to Paras Mamre and I said, don't send any night watchman, just send me because I feel it's a good batting track and I should go and bat rather than you sending someone. So that's how I made it to, and somehow wicket fell and I got the opportunity going at that position. And I ended up scoring a double hundred, and that was unbeaten double hundred against Bombay. So that's how this batting position I got and made it my own until and from that day onwards, nobody changed, and I did not give an opportunity to anyone by failing at that position to shift me from number four to some other batting order.
What a way to cement the place at number four. Next question on the screen. I'd like to see who comes up. There are so many questions. Shantanu Shengupta has a question. Did you ever take in your bowling skills seriously? Good question.
Yeah, thank you, Shantanu, for putting up the question. Yes, I did took up seriously. There is a funny story again. I would like to share with you, Shantanu, because you brought up my bowling skill seriously. So when I represented under 16 Bengal, I represented as a leg spinner who can bat, and so I did work really hard on my bowling from a very young age, and I did end up being a highest wicket taker in Vijay Merchant Trophy, and that's how I got into under 19 as well, a bowler who can bat, and I represented under 19 Bengal as a bowler who can bat. So when they saw my batting skill as well I was going down the order, that's how they realized no, he can bat higher up the order. So like I mentioned in the senior team what happened, but similarly I took that opportunity and did score runs at number four, and that's how they all came to know that I can bat as well. So from that day onwards, obviously batting took the first place, but I was a batsman first from the very start. In the trials of the under 16 Bengal trials, I did well in the batting. Both of the times I scored above 42 runs and I was called back because in trial games they call you back because they are satisfied what they see. And in both the games, I remember I scored more than 40 runs and hit two sixes in both the games. And suddenly, when the camp started of 30 Bengal probables, I was not given batting at all in the nets. So that's how I developed bowling because they used to give me bowling only. So I kept bowling in the nets, kept bowling in the nets. Somehow I developed a good knack of bowling and I developed googly as well. That's how from batter, given a trial, became a bowler in the squad. Again represented under 16 as a Bengal a bowler, ended up being a highest wicket taker, and then carry on further to show my skill in batting, and that's how it kept changing over a period of time. But there was a major setback when I got injured in Bangladesh. If you guys remember, after the operation, yeah, doctor asked me to take it easy on leg spin bowling because I had to rotate and the less I bowl, it was better for my shoulder. So that's why after that I stopped bowling for a while, leg spin, because I was given more importance to my batting itself. I didn't want it to damage more what had happened in my shoulder, right shoulder. So that's why you see me bowling medium pace and off spin later on in my career.
Next question on the screen. We'd like to take Raj Hindi Gaming. When did you start your cricket? When did you start your cricket coaching? It's too early.
Uh, yeah, cricket coaching. Thanks, Raj Hindi. Cricket coaching at the age of 14, I guess. 14, and I was touching 15, close to 15. But I remember playing cricket at the age of 12. Yeah, at the age of 12, I started playing cricket, but not seriously. When I used to do well, then only people requested me to obviously go into a coaching center and take it seriously. So that's how obviously even in the colony or the complex where you stay, there is also a late age group, you suddenly don't get into the senior side which they play. You obviously have to take step by step. So with the young children around my age, yeah, we used to play. Then slowly it was a improvement, and that's how we went into the senior team in the colony. Then from there onwards, yeah, school team, made it to the school team, and that's where it all started. My school teacher, Mr. Elvis Jackson, called my elder brother, and asked him to put me in a coaching center. And I was fortunate enough to land up under the guidance of Manobendra Ghosh, who is my childhood coach till now. So I've been very fortunate to have him.
Brilliant. Next question on the screen we'd like to take. Vishwajit Vishwa is asking, sir, what made you motivated to come into cricket?
Thanks, Vishwa, for the question. Well, initially, I would be very honest with you. Initially, like any other kid in the world, obviously in our country, we fall in love with cricket because cricket is very big, it's very popular, and on television there's always cricket match happening. So obviously by watching Sachin Tendulkar play on the screen, obviously that's how everybody, I guess, along with me, also took interest in playing cricket. Like I said earlier as well, in the afternoon I used to play cricket. After that, football. So I was not sure because I used to do well in football as well, and football is my first love as well. But like I said, I got into a school team after doing well in the colonies, we had a school team, cricket team as well. So when I did well over there, my coach saw something, and that's why he asked my brother to come and have a word with him. So he requested my brother to put me into a coaching center. So that's how I became a little serious about it. But at the same time, I did work really hard. When I got to know that if you represent under 16 Bengal and you get match fees, you get daily allowances. So I, at that point of time, obviously calculated in my mind that, yeah, boss, money was a big factor in our family. And obviously, I can see the struggle and the tensions and the burden which my parents used to have at home. And it was quite evident, when the income is not that much, but at the same time, you have taken the responsibility of putting all your three children into a English medium school. So the load is a lot. So I made sure that I have to work really hard so that whatever I income, I can obviously help my family members. So along with the passion and the love for cricket, I must say that money also motivated at a very young age to pursue my dream in cricket. Just because I had to help my family and my mother and father out of debt so that I can contribute with whatever earnings I can to support my dad and mom at that point of time. Yeah.
Absolutely. Sorry for the technical failure. The next question up on the screen we'd like to take. Ronak Majumdar, very good question. Why don't we see many players from Bengal donning the Indian national jersey?
Thanks,
Yes.
Ronak. You have put me in a spot of bother right now. Uh, but I would say in coming years, you will see a lot of players coming up because this year we reached the finals. Unfortunately, we did not win it, but we have players in our ranks now uh, where we can obviously be in the Ranji finals and become champions in next couple of seasons because a lot of time and energy has been given to all the players who are now matured now. But if you look at the Bengal squad now, apart from me, Ridhiman currently is playing. Mohammad Sami is currently playing for India. Ishan Porel is currently in under India A team. Ishwaran is there, and Shabaz is there. There's a lot of players who are still part of India A and all the Dilip trophies which is happening. So it's not that we don't have players who are representing. It's just that I understand you want all the players to see at the national level, but it will obviously happen. If Ranji Trophy, if we win Ranji Trophy or a major tournament, then only the players gets looked at. But yeah, along with that, you need the support obviously from the association and from the selectors, especially because selectors have to put their players' case in front in the national selection meeting. So I hope in future we can see our selectors putting a strong word for all the players who performs from our Bengal, and also not just from Bengal but also from East teams as well. So I hope and want to see more players coming out and performing really well and make it a mark at national level.
Next question on the screen. Piyush Mishra. Hi, Mani. Um, how to enjoy cricket when surrounding environment is challenging? Good question.
Hi Piyush, thank you for the question. Lovely DP. He's a friend of mine. Obviously, he's a very close friend. Whatever I do, chat, come online, live, he always comes there. And he used to be also a very good cricketer. Just that the circumstances, like the first question you asked, that if your family does not support, then how difficult it is. So in his case, I take that liberty because he's a friend of mine. I can take that liberty and say to everyone that he used to be a very good in cricket. In fact, when I landed up in coaching center under Manavendra Ghosh, Manav sir's favorite youth student used to be Piyush, and the kind of technique, if cricketer, if legend does not see his batting, uh, 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 it's difficult to express because he was very good technically and also he was a very good player. We played a lot of games together. But I understand where this question is coming from because it's not always easy for everyone to get what they want. Basically, like as far as support is concerned, I wish after listening to my live chat or seeing a lot of examples from other cases as well, parents do realize that they have an opportunity and a lot of scope in sports in future. So it's difficult, brother. But at the same time, you got to be mentally very strong, and you are a very strong guy. And to all the other young buddy cricketers who wants to do well, but the surroundings are very challenging. You just got to believe in yourself. Believing in yourself is the first thing which you have to do, because there are so much of negativity. If you want to do well, there are a lot of people who want to drag you down. They will not encourage you. That includes your family members as well. But at the same time, the only thing which you can do is improve yourself, put in the hard yards. Whenever I say you got to be honest hard work, when I say honest hard work, a lot of people do work hard, but they don't have that purpose in working hard, or that clarity what they want to do, or the specific practice sessions. So you got to be very specific. Honestly, you put in effort, results is bound to show on the field, because I believe that if you put time and energy and honest hard work, results will definitely be there to see.
Absolutely. Next question on the screen, I'd like to see. My dream. Love you, sir. We want to see you in ODI matches again.
Thank you, brother. My dream or sister, don't know, but love you too. Seeing me into a one-day side, practically it looks difficult because now currently, the Indian team is fully packed. But you never know. I'm still an active player. Always believe in performing, and let's see. You never know. Future cannot be predicted by anyone. So fingers are crossed. I want to work hard, and if the love and affection is there from you guys, I do get a lot of positive vibes. Then you never know. I end up making a comeback as well.
Next question on the screen. Prince Raj. Bhaiya ji, say something about your new hairstyles.
प्रिंस राज, ये एक्चुअली मैं इस तरह कह रहा हूँ, ये ऐसा सोचा नहीं था कि ये हेयर स्टाइल रखूंगा, बट अभी लॉकडाउन के कारण ऑब्वियसली मैं निकला नहीं हूँ, लाइक बाकी तुम लोगों की तरह भी घर से, तो जितना बड़ा हुआ है। तो बस अभी 2-3 दिन पहले ही बाहर गया था काम से, तो मैं सोचा जब इतना बड़ा मतलब बाल हो गए, तो क्यों नहीं थोड़ा एक्सपेरिमेंट करके देखा जाए। तो एक्सपेरिमेंट ऑब्वियसली किया हूँ, तो इसलिए ऐसा लग रहा है। पता नहीं अच्छा लग रहा है कि नहीं, फिर से दोबारा एक क्वेश्चन डाल के बताओ कि अच्छा लग रहा है कि नहीं। तो मैं रखूंगा, नहीं तो इसको काट दूंगा।
Next question on the screen. Manishankar Prasad, any possibility of joining IPL as a cricketer or a commentator? By the way, I'm a big fan of you, and I have my social media username Money inspired by you. Okay, we should see
thank
on the cricket. So,
Thank you very much, Manishankar, for your kind words. And obviously, see, IPL is not in my hands. My name was there in the auction. Uh, Unfortunately, nobody showed interest. But yeah, I got to do something during the IPL. Domestic cricket is not being played, so I did commentary regional last year as well. In Hindi, I did some Hotstar stuff. Uh, yeah, if the opportunity does not come, then obviously I have to earn my bread as well by working as a commentator. So yeah, commentary is lined up. Let's see what happens, because I see a lot of uh, questions being put in social media that I'm going to replace Suresh Raina, because Suresh unfortunately had some personal problem and he had to come back from UAE, so he's going to miss out. But as of now, there is no clarity, there is no confirmation. Let's see, if it comes, then well and good. If it does not, then I'll do commentary and be happy in life.
next question on the screen. Mahaseen Mandal has a question. Hi Manoj, how was your practice in Behala Sarsuna?
Hi, Mahsin. I believe he knows from the time when I started playing cricket, and it was in Behala Shoshuna where we used to practice along with Piyush and few others. I believe Mohsin was also there. It was a long distance to travel for practice, Shumon. I can tell you, because from Howrah, myself, Piyush, and there were a couple of more friends. We used to assemble at Howrah station. We used to L7 was the state bus we used to take, and it was around it would normally take 1.5 hours to reach Behala Shorshuna, and after reaching there, we used to lay down the cricketing mat and nets of our own. Uh, and then we used to start practice. After practicing, we had to have some sort of a food, and then again take the bus, sleep in the bus, and come back to Howrah station and take a rickshaw or by walking reach home. So it was a long distance where we have put in a lot of efforts, but it was a very good environment, I would say, under the trees, quiet place. But at the same time, in the afternoon, playing cricket in a club, the residential area, a lot of people were not happy. But when they see me now, they must have realized, obviously, these guys were putting some effort so that we could represent Bengal and make them happy and proud that we have represented Bengal. So I'll take this opportunity to say sorry to all the residents of nearby in Beala Sorsuna for the kind of trouble which we have given in the afternoons.
It takes a lot of struggle to become Manoj Tiwary. Evident. Next question on the screen. Sandeep Chatterjee, can we see you Indian team again?
Practically, it looks difficult, but impossible is nothing. Like uh, 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 so, there is a possibility. You never know. I did score 700 runs in Ranji Trophy. But I could have scored more than 1,000 runs. But unfortunately, Sandeep, I was not able to contribute in the knockout stages. That hampered a lot as far as my own goal was concerned. But at the same time, I could not help the team to win the Ranji Trophy. But yeah, the target is there, not just 1,000 runs, but 1,200 or 1,300 runs if I can score again coming season. And then obviously selectors will think about me. That's what I think. But it totally depends on them. Yeah, because I've always believed that if the selectors, obviously selectors know what sort of a player I am, what sort of a capacity I do have, what sort of a performance I can bring it to the table. But there is certain norms, I guess, which is obviously it's not communicated to us. But I believe if I can score again 1,200, 1,300 runs, then definitely some more limelight or focus can be shifted to me playing for India again.
Next question on the screen. My dreams are love you. Now I'm 16. Can I start cricket?
Yes, you are already 4 years late, my brother. I'm just kidding. There is no time as such that you cannot start playing cricket or any other sports to that fact. Like obviously, if you can start early, then there is a lot of possibilities because there is a lot of scope of learning and honing your or skills in whichever sports you want to do. But you can obviously there is no stopping to start any sort of a game at any given point of time because we have a number of examples. Michael Hussey started at the age of 35 at international cricket and he became Mr. Cricket. So Adam Voges started very late in cricket and he did play for Australia in number of matches. So these are the inspirations uh, for anyone who wants to start late. So anything is possible.
Absolutely. The last question, which I'd be taking from the fans on the screen. Suren has a question. Sir, do you still believe Sushant Singh Rajput will get justice? In fact, I'm sad and lost faith. Please let me know.
Even I'm sad, and all the Sushant's warriors are also sad. But I do believe he will get justice because entire country and people from outside country as well they are supporting to get the justice, and they all are helping in their own ways to make sure that everything is being provided to CBI through social media. Obviously, a lot of people have their hesitance of not having media trials and all, but without this media covering this issue, I don't think CBI would have come into play. So I'll again take this opportunity to congratulate each and every Sushant's warrior who have supported him because we all want to know what really has happened with him. We have idea he was murdered, and I believe so because the picture and the videos and all the circumstantial evidences and also the proofs evidences which are coming up, the contradictions from the housemates, all the chats which has been deleted, everything is out in the domain. So I believe that justice will be done. So it's just a matter of time, Suren.
Of course, that is all what we can hope, and we have faith on the the uh, the things which are being worked on and the investigations which are being done at the moment. We believe that truth will come out, and that is all we can
Yeah,
do at the moment. Thank you so much, Manoj Tiwari, for a lovely conversation in the evening again. We'll have few more topics to discuss about in the next few days as well. We'll be definitely talking about it. A lot of requests have come, honestly, to talk about the IPL teams and their previews. I'm sure we'll be doing that. And at the same time, of course, our warriors who are supporting Manoj Tiwari for his voice in the Sushant case. I believe that Sushant has been uh, a misfortunate incident in Indian circumstances, to be precise, because we firmly believe such a wonderful guy.
Such a wonderful, multi-talented figure should have enriched Indian industry a lot better. I'm sure Manojda would be, interested to say a few more about it. Manojda?
Yeah, like I said earlier as well in my show, that we have lost a Bharat Ratna because he was multi-talented, and we all know that his dream was also to become an astronaut and go to moon as well. He already purchased a part of land in moon, and he did worked really hard on making an educational app which was free for all. We are getting to know about it because his close friends are telling that, and he was in constant touch with scientists from USA over Zoom meetings, and all this was happening when the lockdown was going on. And looking at him, still I cannot believe that he's not anymore amongst us. I cannot still believe that, cannot digest the fact. Whenever I see his video or picture, it looks like he's still alive. But yeah, it feels really sad to see such a talented individual had to go in such a way that now it has become a worldwide topic. And thanks
Point.
for all the warriors out there, because without them it was not possible. Because like I said earlier as well, initial days, not a single mainstream media pick it up, but it was only because of people out there in the social media who were constantly tagging and posting. That's how everything started. So would request each and everyone to obviously be at it until unless we get to know who has murdered him, so that he can rest in peace above.
Yeah, and your role should be appreciated, Manojda, with the way you took the baton of protest, and you only started, inspiring the fans that there should be a justice for the entire saga. When no one was raising their voice, you came forward and said no, there should be something behind it. So a lot of appreciation you deserve, and I firmly believe with the way you have been inspiring the entire nation on this very auspicious day of National Sports Day. I'm sure you will be showing new trends and new dimension to Indian sports industry as well. Thank you so much for being with us.
Welcome.